Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome to Canal Park, home of the new Akron Rubber Ducks, and we're here to bring you City Series baseball action. Joe Pacansky, Dave Schick with you. Today's contest pits the visiting East Dragons against the home team in the field right now, the Kenmore Cardinals. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season in this rain-shortened and soggy, wet, and blistery cold season, but a beautiful day here today from Canal Park, maybe about 57 degrees at game time. Not a cloud in the sky as we get ready to go here. For the Dragons, Cody Wells, Matt Waldsmith, and Juan Gonzalez due up. First three in the order. First pitch is a little bit outside. Also filling out the lineup for the Dragons in a cleanup spot, Dennis Horinger. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Justin Teffner. In the sixth hole, third baseman, Malik Davis. Batting seventh, second baseman, Harrison Herlinger. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Levi Williams. And rounding out the order for the Dragons is the right fielder, Kalen Gregory. The Dragons, Dave, already played a game real early this morning. Had to go to Orville to do it. So that's kind of a tough split doubleheader.
Coming back with their peanut butter and jelly from the outlet store, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got to get something in quick. Oh, you think they stopped at Smucker's on the way home, possibly?
I would.
Man, that one did not miss by much, but Cody Wells starts the game with a base on balls. For Kenmore, pitching tonight, Dan Pendleton on the mound. Doing the catching behind the plate is Zach Hevelin. Matt Waldsmith now to the plate.
Try to get him off back in time.
Yeah, been really tough for teams with the weather. Getting one, maybe 2 games in a week. It's 60 degrees one day, but then it's cold and 48. And when we've had rain, we've had a ton of rain.
Well, I know last week when the snow came, my daughter just thought she was supposed to stay home. You're not supposed to go to school when it's snowing. Well,
that has happened this year quite a bit.
About 2 states south, yes. But here you're going to school. Put on your winter jacket again.
Step back, nothing doing. The second of 3 games here today from Canal Park.
But the most important one because we're covering that one.
That's it. Stolen base for Wells. He's up easy.
Yeah, much bigger field here to try and make that throw.
A lot of room
probably
behind the outfielders.
Probably in a lot better shape than the ones of home field.
That one skied up right into the sun, and this is trouble.
Lost it. Goes to third. And a bad throw again is going to move him to second.
Yeah, nice job by Waldsmith. Gets the sun-aided hit and then hustles over to second on the throw. And East, without getting the ball to the infield, has 2 runners already in scoring position. Yeah, you knew right away when the second baseman takes off his hat to try to shield the sun, it's trouble. And he wasn't getting any help from his first baseman or right fielder.
That one inside.
And that's the thing, it's been so wet and...
Peter's telling me I have to speak up.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, put me in this nice press box. I don't have to yell as loud. Kids can't hear me on the field.
Ball lined into the seats.
There's definitely, like, nobody sitting in the shade down below us. Everyone's
Would you
in
be
the sun.
today? Everyone is so sun-starved with the weather that we've had.
And there's only like one person with shorts on.
Juwan Gonzalez fights that one off. He's jammed. It'd be a productive out as he gets the first run home. Retired 4-3 on the play for the first out. Give Gonzalez an RBI, and East leads 1-0. It didn't really get much of that, but with the infield playing back, Dave, it was enough to get the run home. Horinger swings through the first one.
Definitely like how they started so far. Both teams winless on the season, 0-4 for Kenmore, 0-5 for East.
Infield playing back, except at short, where looks like Dylan Hevelin is creeping in a little bit. He might have a play at the plate. Anywhere else put in play here, but past the pitcher's mound, and Horinger will be able to drive in that second run of the ball game. And he gets enough. He gets a real good piece of it. Routine fly to center field, but it's going to do the job and get that second run home. So East manufacturing runs here early via the ground out and there a sac fly. His Horinger is retired, but he gets the second run home. 2-0 now East.
Tough first inning here for Pendleton. Just hasn't really brought anything yet. I mean, he had 2 outs, but such a tough start. Keeps going inside. This one high up in the air again.
That time he saw it well and retires Justin Teffner on the pop out, and the damage done with the infield single followed by the walk and then the single, and after 1/2 inning of play, it's East 2 and Kenmore coming up to bat. Okay, back to action here, and leading off for the Cardinals, Darrell Daniels-Vaught, and he gets jammed. Not going to feel good even on this mild day. He gets jammed, 1 pitch, 1 out. Pitching for the East Dragons today is Cody Wells. So Daniels-Vaught retired on the pop-up to the catcher.
Now, Joe, you think it would be an advantage for you to have already played a game this morning or not when you get to the plate to bat? Do you like having that
It's probably
first
pretty
game?
chilly this morning.
Well, I assume Orville, even by the time you get there, you had to get up early.
I think baseball as a sliders in the dirt. I think baseball is a sport meant to be played pretty much every day, but I don't think doubleheaders are real baseball too. I think the quality of play, pitching really gets stretched out thin in that situation too. So I would say not that early. If I had to play I think playing every day helps, but I think playing too much kind of can get you into bad habits too. And but both these teams probably just happy to be outside out of the gym. So to really answer your question, I really didn't. So
No, you didn't. I was waiting for the rambling to get to a point, but it never did. So I just let it go.
Jontel Palmer could not let go of that nice 2-1 slider to even the count.
Yeah, he's fought back in this at bat a little bit. A couple balls inside and in the dirt. Good patience so far.
And he draws the walk on the full count pitch there. Jontel Palmer in the second hole, rounding up the lineup for the Kenmore Cardinals today. Batting third, Jake Green. He's the third baseman. In the cleanup spot, the pitcher, Dan Pendleton. Batting fifth, second baseman, Jordan Nye. In the sixth hole, catcher, Zach Hevelin. Batting seventh, shortstop, Dylan Hevelin. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Chris Michael. And rounding up the order, first baseman, Cody Brimston. That one on the outside corner, fastball over for strike one on Green.
There he goes. Ball goes behind him.
And that one all the way back to the backstop. Palmer picked a real good pitch to run on there. Catcher tried to block it, but that one was just too wide. Did you get any audio today?
I did.
Man, nice.
I was going to do it at the end of this inning. Talk with both coaches.
Good.
Pitching and strengths, weaknesses.
That one just off the outside corner.
I would say as a a bit of a preview is just a lot of inexperience on both sides. East doesn't have a JV team right now. Just not enough people kind of came out for it. So, some of the guys that are on this roster probably would be playing JV if they had bigger numbers, but they didn't. And kind of on the opposite side, for East, they were able to. This is only the second year that they've had a junior varsity team, so they're kind of seeing the opposite side of it.
Numbers dictate that. There, a nice fastball locks him up on the inside corner for strike 3 looking in the second out of the inning. Good mix of the fastball and off speed by Cody Wells. That time he got it right in on the inside corner for the second out. Dan Pendleton, the pitcher, to the plate. Try to help his own cause here.
Nice base hit would really be good.
Trimming to that deficit. Kenmore finds himself down 2-0 here. East played good baseball on the offensive end that first inning. Leadoff walk that so often leads to a score, and then the stolen base. They infield hit gets them to third, and then an RBI ground out and a RBI sac fly. Pendleton long on that one. He swings through it.
Two very good pitches by Wells, the last two. First one kind of low in the strike zone, the second one high.
1-2 pitch fouled over to the right side, and that one will make the seats off the face of the dugout. Oh, I got some stuff to talk to you about today.
Oh boy.
Some questions I was pondering. A little rapid fire.
Well, that's what happens when you get a little bit of time.
Good jump.
Yeah.
He walks into third unassisted, and the unwritten rule is to never make the first or third out at third base, but when you get a jump like that, you should go anytime. Now a wild pitch scores a run, as does an error. Puts a little bit more pressure on the catcher for the Dragons.
Well, especially here, just because that fence is so much farther back than it normally is for them when they play at home. Nice movement on that.
Nice job. He sat back nice on that curveball and lines it up the middle into center field. Run comes home. And Pendleton does help his own cause with a single. Cutting the lead to 2-1. Palmer trots in easily from third base, and that will bring up second baseman Jordan Nye.
That was a ball.
Fastball swung through, evens the count at 1-1.
I gotta remember where I don't know why they have 4 chapters in this audio recorder. It's like, what do I need 4 chapters for?
Off-speed pitch is swung through.
I end up losing stuff in different chapters. I'll get queued up for you.
Yeah.
Start the second inning.
There you go. Oh, huge jump at second base.
He's got it.
Not
Ooh,
at second base, on his way to second base. Yeah, he got the huge jump, but then he kind of slowed down there. But Pendleton, with the good jump, gets the stolen base, and he's in scoring position.
That's a little bit of, man, these bags are closer when we're in the gym.
Yeah.
I can get a lot better jump.
Ooh, that one just missed on the outside corner. Oh, I guess it was off the outside corner.
3-2.
Too close to take, in my opinion, but he
Full
lives to
count.
swing another day. That one's
I walked
outside.
him. Wow, great patience at that at bat. A lot going on with a stolen base.
Kenmore looking to do some damage here with 2 outs.
The catcher comes up.
And just so you know, for both teams, the walks have both come around to score. Gotta throw strikes. Especially a leadoff walk, as it did for the Dragons. In this case, it was a 1-out walk. But then Palmer stole his way to third base. Zach Hevelin now takes that one up.
I can't believe that the opening day graphic is still kind of faded, as if the grass has grown that much.
It must have been really painted in there.
Yeah.
How often do you think they repaint the
Probably
every home
every game.
series, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, it is now the Akron Rubber Ducks. I'll probably call them the Arrows a couple times.
Just like you called Progressive Field the Jake.
I still call it. I'm allowed to do that because it's still the Jake to me.
Might want to check the name outside.
I don't care. It's still the Jake.
Nice.
It's not like
pitch.
I didn't call it Municipal Stadium.
Okay, Grandpa.
Hey, I can remember my last. Did I tell you about my last game at Municipal Stadium?
We'll take the Plymouth down there.
I had a Plymouth.
Or the Packard.
Plymouth Sunday. And I didn't have a Packard. But our neighbor had a Packard. Full count now on Hevelin. As what looked like it was going to be a quick inning for
Still have a Pontiac in
Wells.
my driveway. Probably the last one ever. Oh, goes behind him. He's coming in.
Oh,
He's gonna go back.
He kept coming.
He should have. If he would have went full.
You saw what
he
the
would
catcher
go.
did. It happened so often. Oh, I got to rush, and he kicked it a little bit. And you might see that. One of the best plays I ever saw from the Indians was Kenny Lofton scored from second on a pass ball one time. Oh, in the playoffs. Awesome.
He was so quick with that jump. Kenny Lofton was.
And now suddenly,
Pendleton could have been a little quicker.
Wells cannot find it.
Oh, he's got bases loaded now, 2 outs. So he's pitched his way into it. That
He's
one
over,
again.
he's over 30 pitches now in an inning. Looked like he was maybe going to throw 12.
The last 2 have gone in the dirt, very low.
He will go back to the windup. And he evens up the count. That one looked like it might have been outside, too.
Yeah, it looked outside from here. Big jump at second, too.
Chopper. Wells fields it himself and flips over to first low, but hung on at first base. And Kenmore leaves the bases loaded after 1 inning of play. It's the East Dragons 2 and the Kenmore Cardinals 1. Here we are back in the top of the second for the Dragons.
Queued up my clip. Are you ready?
And Dave Schick's ready. Never mind. What do you got for us?
What do I have? Talked with Coach an hour before the game about his starting pitcher and Dan Pendleton.
What are you bringing to the mound today?
Dan Pendleton's starting for us today, number 11. He's a senior. He's been pitching for us for a couple of years now. He also plays some third base. He's got a pretty good fastball. His off speed still needs a little work, but he's when he's on, he's consistent around the plate, and he gets a lot of ground balls.
There you go. Which, talking about ground balls.
Just got one there, but first miscue of the ball game.
You don't consider the ball in the sun a miscue?
No, that was a ground ball.
Oh, sure it was.
I guess E5. I think the first baseman should have caught the ball, but Malik Davis reaches. Herlinger, Williams, and Gregory to follow. As I said, first error of the ball game.
Oh, you said miscue, not error.
Well, it's,
Oh.
oh,
There's your second one.
yeah, the route, the road less traveled did make all the difference there, Dave, as catcher didn't look like he saw it first, and then I think he looked up into a little bit of sunshine, and that was if you don't pick it up right away as a catcher, everyone else knows. It's kind of like the joke's on you. Everyone else knows where it is, but you, and you got all that gear on, but it becomes a harmless foul ball. Or will it be harmless? If he reaches, it won't be harmless for
Except for how it hurts your pride.
That's right. 1-2 now as that one's fouled back on Herlinger. Yeah, strike three looking. Good pitch right on the black of the plate. Froze him.
Definitely likes that outside of the plate. The umpire's giving it to him today. Seen it on both sides.
Yeah. Levi Williams, left-handed hitting center fielder. That one just upstairs. Do you want to hear my favorite municipal
I'm ready.
stadium
You
memory?
teased it. You teased it during the break.
This is legit.
This better be funny.
65,000 there, and not for a football game. Nolan Ryan's last start.
Wow.
At Municipal Stadium, 65,000 people, and I had one of those seats that were like right behind the poles. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I just kind of watched at a lean and didn't complain one time because I got to see Nolan Ryan pitch. And he had either 8 or 10 Ks. I mean, he dealt as usual. But it was that's the one game I actually remember at Municipal Stadium, and I must have been really young then, right? I was probably like 2.
Yeah.
Foul ball. That looks like it's going to get just out of play off the netting. 2-2 now on Williams.
Well, I'm impressed, Joe. That was a half decent.
Did you see many games at the old Municipal Stadium, or are you not old enough?
I think I saw one.
You were just out of the womb.
I saw it from inside the womb.
Chase's strike 3.
It's the same viewing from inside the womb. If you were behind one of the poles, you can see it. Just hear it.
Now at the beforely named Jacobs Field, I got to see many a games. I got to see many a games during that great sellout streak that they had, and us growing up in the 90s, really becoming sport fans at that time. The Indians have always been kind of my Cleveland sports team that I've kind of lived and died with. For me, Dave, it's Indians baseball and Ohio State football's about even. They're ones that I never miss.
That makes sense.
TV, in person, whatever. It's all good. And speaking of all good, Pendleton kind of trying to get in the zone, got a ground ball to start the inning. He's left him at first base, 2 strikeouts. Just misses there as he's trying to strike out the side and get into a little bit of a groove here. 9-hole hitter Kalen Gregory up.
I have to say mine is probably Browns, and then Cavs, and then Indians. And that'll end the inning. 2-1 your score here at Canal Park. Joe Kent.
Bottom of the second. Ready to go here with 8-hole batter Chris Michael. Michael, Brimston, and Daniels Vaught due up for the Cardinals. Wells suddenly struggling with control towards the end of that first inning.
No.
Continuing here in the second. 4 straight. He walks the leadoff hitter. So Chris Michael reaches. That'll bring Cody Brimston to the plate.
Well, maybe I should line up his audio because
why don't you?
I might be in too long.
His pitch count is up in the mid-30s already.
I'm gonna do that. I think I got it set. Wait for a stoppage. Oh,
Yeah, I'd say
get it ready.
taking all the way here till with 5 straight, we'll probably see him take till they get a strike. Not even close on that one as Wells. Big jump. You don't want to get thrown out there, but he doesn't. Chris Michael with the stolen base. That one was in for a strike. 2-1 now on Brimston.
Oh, he just cannot find that zone at all.
And when your control is when you're all over the place, you don't get the close calls either. If you're right around the zone, you sometimes get a couple inches off the plate. When you're high and wide, as he is there again, second walk of the inning, Kenmore with a chance now to get something going here with the top of the order and the second time through for Darrell Daniels-Vaught.
He's going to come in and talk to him. While we do, we can see what he thought before the game started.
Tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher today, Cody Wells. He's a senior. Does a really good job. He plays regular shortstop, but he's kind of an all-around kid. Does a great job. Changes speeds real well. Locates a fastball. He's a good player. Probably our best.
So he's in talking to him now. Sorry, the wind blew my lineup card away. Goodbye, lineup card. Be free.
Obviously, Wells not dealing with his best stuff right now. Sometimes you just have to kind of gut it out and get a ground ball here. Trust your, hopefully let your defense bail you out of these type of situations. Had a lot of deep counts already.
Well, he talked to him a little bit about getting that leg up when he pitches, really get some velocity on it to bring it across.
Just missed with that one.
He is not bringing his leg up.
No,
Very much when he's
more of a
pitching.
slide step there out of the
Yeah.
stretch.
But he did when he was looking to check the bags. Brought it up real high.
Yeah. 1-1 the count now. Does get his ground ball there.
Oh, I guess past him again. Now we got to play at the plate.
Got to question the decision there by the shortstop. Is it looked like he was going to go for 2, which knowing the base runner, I think he would have been much better served to try to get the force out. The ball led him to his left or to his right. He could have went the short way and got the force out at third. Then he bobbles it and tries to throw, so that'll be an E6. Doesn't get any outs out of it. And as we said, he got the ground ball, but then his defense kind of let him down there. That will bring on the throwaway. The tying run in to tie the ball game too, as
And you got to give
Brimston comes on
good
in.
base running by
Yeah,
Mitchell to
or
get
Michael.
in. Michael, sorry.
Yeah. So first and second, no outs again.
Low again and in the dirt. As we have 3 balls already.
We always talked in high school baseball the importance of avoiding that crooked number. How do crooked numbers occur in innings like this? 2, 3 walks, an error, and then all it takes is like one big hit, and then you're looking at a 5 or 6 spot instead of maybe a 1 or 2.
There, come talk to him again.
I think he's gone.
Well, I'm glad I got his preview in before he left. In the second.
Yeah, good timing.
Yeah.
Yep, and they're going to make that switch. Obviously, Wells doesn't have it today. And with the score still close, they're going to go and they're going to bring in Dylan Hevelin to pitch. So Wells goes 1+ inning here, and so far on the hook for 2 runs, but he's responsible for the 3 also that are on base. He struck out 1, but control killed him. He walked 6 today, Dave. And that's why the early hook. He just could not find the zone. I'm sorry. They're going to bring in Matt Waldsmith to pitch. I said Hevelin. Hevelin is getting ready to hit. He's on Kenmore. So Waldsmith goes.
I was trying to be subtle, Joe. So
yeah, that's okay.
Mistake. Oh, yeah. Harrison Herlinger is pitching.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, I said Waldsmith. Who's on first? You see what walks do to me? It doesn't matter if I'm a spectator, a player, or an announcer.
See what happens when we have.
That's why when you play, you have to throw strikes, because that's what your defense is thinking. That's why your defense makes errors when you walk the park.
Just stop covering. That's what happens when we have people here. They see our mistakes. People don't know. You can't tell from here. They have a good inning to figure it out.
So give it to me. Who we got on the mound?
We have Herlinger.
Harrison Herlinger looking to hurl some strikes. He comes in from second base. I know, I'm full of puns today.
Oh, boy.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. So Cody Wells goes 1+.
You know Joe's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. You know that, Peter?
I knew that, yes. I know.
And yet, how many mistakes did you just make in the last 2?
Just, it doesn't mean I can see.
We should come up with a new term. It's called an E.
Or read.
EP. Error on Pacansky.
There won't be many of those, so you could probably use a pen.
Well, we got 3. We got 3 already.
No, it was a continuous play. It was actually during timeout, so. There's a line drive up the middle, and that's going to give the Cardinals the lead. Not cut off, and it goes in the gap, and it's going to give them more than the lead. It'll be a bases clearing double for Jake Green, and Kenmore in business here and looking good in the second inning as they look to bat around.
Great hit.
3-run double.
Right over the gap over second base, and just couldn't catch on to it. Slow down the grass out there, and big inning so far. 4 runs this inning.
Yep. And that on 1 hit will close the book on Wells as he goes 1+ inning, gives up 5, 4 of those earned. And now for Herlinger, it's his ball game. He's responsible for the runner on second, and Pendleton now at the plate. And can we have a game where we have a guy that has a zone that's a little bigger than a major league zone, please? At first marathon game we did,
oh my!
Guy wouldn't call it anything.
Well,
a strike. It was the first time
guys.
both teams were out of the gym.
And there's 25-mile-an-hour gusts hitting the ball.
Pop foul, and that one's going to go into the dugout of the Dragons.
That's what I didn't understand. It's like just the wind would move the ball in and out of the zone.
Yeah.
You got to give him some slack.
2-1 on the cleanup hitter, pitcher Dan Pendleton.
Remember, that's when Joe decided, I don't really need a jacket. It is getting cold.
Thank goodness I had one that night.
I think it was you brought the chairs.
The chairs were key. That one, Peter said that one showed well too at Elliott. Maybe we'll make a return trip, hopefully minus the 40-mile-per-hour winds. That one just upstairs, 3-1 now on Pendleton, who singled and had a stolen base in the first inning. That one's fouled into the seats. Full count. Cardinals 1 in the first and already 4 here in the second inning, looking to add to it with no outs. That one's low. Ball 4.
If I throw my pen from here, do you think I can hit that one?
That one was low.
What are you doing over there?
Is that your next venture? I'm making a lot of noise. Is that your next venture? You gonna get behind the dish? You got to get the old one that you hold up like this, the old chest protector.
No, basketball is just fine.
You get yelled at enough.
Yeah, I know. I did an all-star game for a middle school all-star game.
Did you not call anything because it's an all-star game? Did you?
No.
Oh.
Well, we kept it pretty light. But when you get up, at the end of the first quarter, they were up 25-4.
Who was the all-star team playing?
Yeah. Well, they were all from the entire league, and then they divided them up. So players that were
Not
on the
very
same
well.
team were playing against each other. And this team just – and it's like – I told the other guys, like, you got to start calling stuff. It's going to get chippy real fast. No
You
one
did.
likes being down 21 after one quarter.
Yeah.
But I did call one of the players. Like, he didn't come all the way out to inbound the ball. I whistled him. The guy's like, this is an all-star game. Why are you making the call? Like, one, I'm the referee. That's why I make the call. 2, you're up 25. That's why.
Yeah. Simmer down.
I think you're good. And it's funny. The other coach is like, you know, he's giving me slack. Like, oh, it's an all-star game. Why? He's like, none of those kids are going to do it again, are they?
That's right.
Make sure they're out of bounds when they bring it back in.
Stolen base and no throw.
Didn't even see it.
No.
Good run.
Good heads up by Jake Green.
This is a long inning.
It is.
Oh.
Kenmore looks every indication they're going to bat around and then some this inning. Right now they lead 5-2. 2-2 on Nye. And there's a big pitch there for Hammerlin.
That was Happy Gilmore type swing.
Not Hamlin, Herlinger. What is wrong with me today? 1 out. It's the walks. They're doing me in. First and third now. 1 out. Zach Hevelin to the plate. He walked in the first inning. East really like to get out of this inning with no more harm done. Step off, but no throw.
People that have motorcycles know how loud they are. I
That's
can hear it all the way from here.
cut
Yeah.
play, but it doesn't. Second baseman didn't quite get into the position, but nothing hurt because Green stays put on third base. So stolen base for Pendleton. Second and third now.
Yeah, honey, we're gonna be done with this game around 7. So just don't wait up for me for dinner.
2-0 on Hevelin. I missed lunch though too. I'm getting hungry
We'll
already.
only be in the second inning still.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gets it over for the strike. Herlinger really needs to take one himself here. Two-one offering. That's over. Swung through.
Wow.
2-2 now on Hevelin.
Went away from going through the lineup. Yeah, I was on my way here. I was like, maybe I'll stop in a McDonald's and
Something
right
quick.
there on university, right there on campus. I feel like the road has sunk on the campus because all the buildings have gotten so high. Like, I feel like I've gotten smaller.
Yeah. Completely different look on the University of Akron
You can't
campus.
even
They keep building big buildings
I
too, like
know.
you said. Not
I remember like the dorms there on Grant. I was like, those are pretty tall buildings. And now there's like 7, 8-story dormitories. I'm like, man, it's like a tower.
yeah. Full count pitch fouled off. Zach Hevelin stays alive. 5-2 your score. Cardinals leading.
But it was a bad time to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, packed.
Well, they're working on that, like another residence hall or, I don't know, some gigantic building next to it. And all the workers are over there having lunch. That was poor planning.
Another foul off as Hevelin fights to stay alive.
So I walked in and walked right back.
Yeah.
Let's go to Subway downtown.
They're building the Dave Schick School of Communications there, or what? Is
Yeah,
that
I think
big
they
building?
have a, be kind of like the Progressive Field. They have a statue of me outside.
Yeah, maybe they'll give you a brick.
Yeah, that I paid $200 for.
Yeah, that's right.
They spelled my name wrong on it.
Line drive, base hit, and a great at bat. That's going to score 2. And East now, as you mentioned, second game of the day for them. This is where it really hurts. If you have endings like this, then that first game really takes it out of you. 7 runs now in total, 6 in the inning for the Cardinals. 2 more RBIs that time for Zach Hevelin. On a nice job, he fouled off a couple of 3-2 pitches. He laced that one into left field. Green and Pendleton come home to score. That'll bring Dylan Hevelin up. Now I'm going to have to cross out numbers because they're in bad rounding.
No.
Only time you like when that happens is if you're hitting.
Ooh, there's our entertainment, Peter. Get the helicopter. It's going right over the field. What a very large distraction for baseball players. But it's going to help someone.
It certainly is for T-ball players, I'll tell you that much. Oh, my goodness.
You mean
Yeah, we're doing that now. Oh, is that rough?
You know what else is a distraction for T-ball players? Dandelions. You got about another week.
Airplanes, dandelions,
The wind.
any noise whatsoever.
Their own glove.
Dirt is a good one. Rocks.
Yeah. Their own glove. Oh boy! Wow, he dove in front
That
of
was a
him.
great block. It doesn't help because
Well,
it kicks far enough away, but a nice job by the catcher getting in front of that one.
Hope they didn't get 2 bases out of it.
Yeah, which we might just see happen today with this big backstop, as you've mentioned.
Might see a second pitcher this inning. It's possible. Oh boy.
Another block, that one knocked down. Keep the runner at second. Couple walks, and as we mentioned earlier, a couple of walks, the error, and then the one big hit that brought home the 3 runs. That's the recipe for the big inning
Oh boy.
at any level, but certainly in high school baseball. 3-2 now. Lot of deep counts today for the East pitching staff. They've gotten to 2 strikes quite a bit, but they just cannot put away any of these hitters.
Well, not even giving them hits that the defense can help you out on. The hits they are getting are good hits, solid base hits. Another
Another foul, and they've done that well this inning. fouled off the tough pitches. We'll redo it again. I mean, Kenmore's line right now, 7 runs on 3 hits. You don't see that very often.
Why do you think with the Dairy Queen sign out in center field, why'd they put it upside down?
It's because it's a blizzard. Although when I get a blizzard, it's usually on the runny side. It would probably come right out.
I have boycotted the Dairy Queen near my house because they don't put enough candy in there.
You,
So
you would.
even when I pay for extra candy, it's not like it's like what the regular amount should be. So I'm paying for what I should have got for like 45 cents less because you're cheaping me out on candy.
Chris Michael up for the second time in the inning. He walked and scored
That's a nice thing
about 30, 35 minutes ago.
I'm talking about important stuff here. I'm talking about candy and ice cream.
What's your blizzard? Let's start rapid fire. What's your blizzard of choice? First choice.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay, that's easy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
They always gyp you on the
not
candy.
many people don't like that one.
Yeah.
I like the Heath bar.
Heath bar stinks. No one
Oh,
likes
it's great.
that. That candy bar could go away.
It could, but it
I think
never
they need
will.
a contraction of candy bars.
Think there's too many out there?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite candy bar? There you go. Foul ball off the screen of the waking up the Kenmore dugout. Favorite candy bar? Go.
You know what I like? Milky Ways.
Milky Way.
Yeah. A little bit of caramel.
What about
and
you,
that
Peter?
nougat.
What do you go with? Snickers? That's
Snickers. Snickers is a good one. Solid state.
you'll never guess mine.
What was it?
Off the board.
Whatchamacallit?
That was when I was a kid.
100 grand?
100 grands I like a lot.
Those are good.
Take
Those are-
5, favorite one. You got everything. You got peanut butter. You got pretzel in there. It's like a
Yeah.
perfect combination of bliss.
You've gotten candy bar island. You're the only person that likes that candy bar. That's why when you go trick or treating, you don't get any of those. What are we doing?
That's
Oh,
because they don't come in the multi-packs. Fouled off. 1 and 2 now on Michael.
Oh,
Herlinger's had 2 strikes on virtually every hitter he's faced.
well, because he's faced them.
He
all
has.
for
He just
10
hasn't
minutes.
put anybody away. He's getting to the 2 strikes, but they're either fouling off pitches, or he's giving up a couple hits and walks.
So what do you say to him when you get back into the dugout? You want to be
Keep
positive.
battling. You want to get some innings out of him.
Hey, you don't want to keep doing what you're doing. Do something a little different, like on that third.
But that happens with guys sometimes that don't have an out pitch. They can get there, but they just don't have that put away pitch. Oh my gosh! And he should have had strike 3 right there. That's a strike. That's a strike from here. That's a strike from probably Stark County. I could have thought that was a strike. But it's not. Michael now runs the count here. 2 and 2. He fouls another one off.
So when you go to Dairy Queen, Joe, you can't get your favorite candy bar in your Blizzard. 'Cause
No, I change it up. I get a Snickers. I do like the Reese. My daughter likes that double fudge cookie dough. I'm like, oh my gosh,
they had a brownie.
that's a good
one
way
too,
to
that
pound
was
1,000 calories into about 10 bites.
good. Well, I don't think you're going to Dairy Queen to save calories.
That's
but
right. Curveball popped up, and the second baseman sees it better than first, and he takes charge to record the second out of the inning. There he battles his way through. 2 outs now, and that will bring Cody Brimston, who also walked and scored earlier this inning, to the plate. (7-2). Cardinals over the Dragons here, only bottom of the second.
You know, a place is tough though, especially with you and I with kids. Is like the Menchies or Froyos. And you cannot let your own kid make their own.
No,
cup.
no.
You'll spend $10 on frozen yogurt and toppings.
Yeah. I limit like the one topping limit,
One. Oh, come
maybe
on.
2, or just a couple of things.
I let them get as many toppings as they want, but I get to say how much of that topping
Oh,
goes
that's
in there.
good. Yeah, that's a good way.
Oh,
to
you
do
want
it.
M&Ms? Here's 2. And here's 1 gummy worm.
Can't find his way inside of that Pringles can. 2-0 the count. That means it's a really small strike zone.
I got the illustration.
I even showed you.
I got the illustration, Joe. I know I'm not college baseball guy over there.
Same spot there, so it's up again. 3-0 now on Brimston.
Oh,
You know what I meant.
I did. That's why I didn't need you to explain it to me. Oh my! I remember playing like that in hockey and trash cans and stuff.
Like
you'd
street hockey?
Yeah, street hockey. You'd use like the old trash cans.
Yeah.
You'd
Like the
score
old
and
tin ones?
Bang!
The
And then
old,
you'd
steel
play-
ones.
You'd
Yeah.
play about half the summer, and then you'd blow out the bottom of the trash can. Sorry, North Canton city limits.
No, I remember. I remember when the
Hey, we gotta walk.
garbage men you'd know them pretty well because they'd come around your house. Like our trash cans were in the back of our house. They'd come around your house. They knew where everyone's trash cans were. You didn't put them out by the curb like not everyone, but a lot of people have a service now that comes and
Yeah.
you have to wheel it out to the center of the road. Brimston walks for the second time in the inning.
Yeah,
Bases loaded again.
kind of freaked me out if they came in my backyard.
Yeah, I mean that was what they did all the time in the city growing up.
There's a city next to me, Pepper Pike. They have like
Mm-hmm.
a little like 4-wheeler, and the guy like goes behind your house, takes your trash cans, and then he has like one area where he collects them all. It's weird,
Yeah.
and it's like
You seen it
big
done?
big lots. Yeah, because I saw this little truck driving in and out while I'm sitting at the light. And he goes down one person's driveway, and he's got like 2 trash bags.
In like newer developments they do that?
No, it's like it's an older city and with big lots.
Okay.
Like it's an older community, but he like parks it like kind of in the middle, and he'll do like 10, 12 houses, and then he'll pull it back on the truck and like move down. Like, seems kind of wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just have these people pull it out to the curb?
Yeah.
Come on, people. Your fancy houses. Pull your trash out of the curb.
No kidding. Darrell Daniels-Vaught, his third at bat already. Second of the inning. He scored, reached on an error and scored earlier. And wild pitch is going to score 1. Oh, send him. Send one. He's he's like, get back.
Well,
Hevelin says, get back, Dylan. Wild pitch scores 1. Runners advance on the play. And now it's 3-1 on Darrell Daniels-Vaught. Kenmore set 11 batters to the plate in this inning. There's a strike. Strike 2. Another full count. And now, as you mentioned, Herlinger's pitch count is getting up there as well.
You know what I did do this week? Replace my hot water heater. This is off topic of baseball as well. Because
We got time as there's another walk.
So the hot water heater went, so I replaced it. And usually I just put stuff like on the curb. I don't really, take it to the scrap metal place. The guy's like, yeah, you definitely want to take this. You get like $15 for it. I'm like, all right. So I took that. Made like $18. Like, nah, maybe I should start keeping that stuff. Get a bucket.
Yeah. So did the hot water heater go on you?
Oh,
or
yeah.
leak or what? How'd you know?
My wife woke me up at 5:30. She's like, there's water downstairs.
Okay.
Now it came right into the tank, went right out the hole in the tank, and right into the drain downstairs. So it didn't damage anything.
Sure.
But I probably lost about 40 gallons of water or more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have no idea when it burst last night, and it was just running when she woke up at 5:30. She's like, so I guess I'm not taking a shower this morning. Well, you can take a cold one, but the warm one is out of
Another pitching change. They're going to go to looks number 10, Levi Williams coming in, left-hander. And when you're on your third, you're on your third pitcher in the second inning, that's when you know that you're in trouble or you're not doing well. The story of this game, Dave, right now, 10 walks for the Cardinals. 10. Hard to overcome that. And really the key for the Cardinals, no matter if they score any more this inning or not, the key for them is going to be to come back and get a quick inning. You come back and get a quick inning, you have a chance to put East away. You come back and you walk a couple and you let them scratch back in this thing, we could be here all day. Could be a marathon. But Kenmore has a chance while they have momentum. Next inning will be big for them to come out and get a 1-2-3 inning or put a goose egg on the board, because then they have a chance to really get not only get their first win, but to put this thing away early. So that will bring, as we said, Levi Williams in.
You know, it's bad, too, circling back around. I kind of want a Blizzard now.
Yeah.
Advertising, damn you.
Yeah, the Blizzard would sound pretty good.
They should deliver Blizzards.
Yeah, we're definitely...
I think Subway should deliver. That'd be nice.
Some of them, like the Jimmy John's place, they deliver.
Jimmy John's does, yeah.
I would probably go get it anyway.
That's true.
You'd like to see him making it some places.
What is that?
Well,
What is that?
I don't know. Levi Williams, I don't know.
Hey,
You don't see it anywhere else.
let me see you
but-
put those cold cuts down there.
It's tough. Well, they're sandwich artists. I mean, Williams' fastball runs in. Jontel Palmer, he's walked twice in the ball game. 2 walks, 2 runs scored for Palmer. 12th batter of the inning for the Cardinals.
Oh,
Nowhere to put him, and that's ball 2.
well.
That's the other thing about a doubleheader too, man. When you don't have a lot of pitching or experience to begin with,
Oh, here he goes, going to the plate.
that one's going to be a pass ball. Catcher should have had that. That's off the mitt, and that will score. Another runner. Heveland comes in on that, on the pass ball. Everybody advances. And it's 3-0 now to Palmer. And he can't find the strike zone either. 3rd walk for Palmer. 11th walk from East pitching. And that's going to bring Jake Green back up to the plate. He started the damage here earlier on in the inning with a 3-run double.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble.
He has a chance for a big day here in a half inning.
Have all his RBIs for the season in one game.
Back up the
Oh.
middle. It's knocked down. Williams gathers and throws him out. And finally, East gets out of the inning as Kenmore scores 8 runs here in the bottom of the second to go up 9-2 over the Dragons. Top of the 3rd inning for the Dragons, and the top of the order with Cody Wells.
Come back so quickly. I wasn't ready.
You could have took a
What are you
breather.
doing?
I might take a breather. I'll be Hammy and you can be Rosie. I'll go take a breather, man.
What are you
If
doing?
I have another inning like that, I wanted to see what Gregory did. I forgot to
Oh.
write it down. He struck out the side. I knew that. And Pendleton, after he struck out the side in the second, back out for the 3rd after a long wait. He has been, unfortunately for him, he got to run the bases a little bit. But he's right back to throwing strikes now. And that's one thing. You get a nice little lead. You can pitch a little bit more comfortably. You can feel free to go after hitters.
Define
Don't have to be
little
so
lead.
fine. Up a touchdown after 2 innings would be a nice
Yeah,
little lead.
That'd be a nice little lead.
Nice little curveball in the dirt. Oh, Kenley says he caught it clean, and out of strike 3, Pendleton got it going. Now he struck out 4 in a row. Will bring Matt Waldsmith, who has the only hit in the ball game for the Dragons. Infield hit in the 1st inning. little bit aided by the sun. He'll take it.
Oh. Gave Davis the error.
Who did?
Davis. Farther down.
On his. Yeah, it was an
there's an
error.
I thought he got a hit.
No, he grounded the third. Good
Yeah.
throw. He was out. Come on. Foul ball.
This is the next closest thing we saw to a hit.
Yeah, I've. Yeah. It's like they try to explain to the youngsters that they hit a ground ball to the pitcher and the bases are loaded and the pitcher throws it away and 3 runs score. They think they get 3 RBIs. Line drive shot up the middle. Caught luckily by Pendleton as he was just playing defense. And by playing defense, I mean trying to save himself. And it found the glove. That ball was smoked.
He saved himself a rib.
Yeah, forget saving a run. He saved a rib.
So you're looking at the catcher like, woo, taking a break.
Yeah, I'm going L1 on that one for line out. I think they're asking him if he's all right, but I think they mean, are you like, can you catch your breath there? 'Cause you're like, whew.
Juwan.
Gonzalez
Yeah.
grounded a second, did drive in a run in the first inning. And Pendleton doing exactly what you want to do with the lead, just throwing strikes. So he gets ahead. Don't believe the scoreboard. I'm right. Evens the count at 1-1. That one outside. Nice day. The wind really died down here. No movement whatsoever on that flag.
Oh, good hit.
Shot to short, and it is played off of the glove a little bit and the rest of the way off the shin. The second baseman recovers and throws, but not in time. Gonzalez will reach.
Good job. You could see the spin coming off.
What are you giving him there?
Hit. No? It was coming on. I mean, it was a tough.
It was
had
a
a lot
tough
of
short
spin
hop. Okay, fine.
coming on it.
You're the official scorer. What do I know?
The ball was spinning away from
it
him.
was smoked.
He
Horinger
hit it.
fouls that one back.
It went off. What do I know?
That's that old adage. The toughest play sometimes is the play right, the one right at you. Because if you have time to move, you have time to get in better position. Did not get himself a good hop there. I left it blank.
I
I'll
gave him a
give it to
hit.
him. All right.
Yeah.
After yeah,
They needed it.
Juwan has been was standing out in the outfield and left field with no action for 30 minutes watching walk after. Yeah, let's give him a hit. He deserves a hit. He's happy to run the bases, whatever he gets at this point. Curveball hit in the hole. That's going to be a base hit.
He danced over it.
And a little trivia.
Yes. Sure.
What happens if that ball
He's out.
hits the runner there?
I think it's still in, actually.
He's
Still
the runner's out,
Yeah.
which would make the end of the inning because there's 2 outs. What does the batter get for that? Fielder's choice, you would think, because there's an out made. No. Line drive into the gap, and this is trouble. 2 out hitting for the Dragons. That's going to score at least 1. On his way to second base, and he will hurdle the throw and get there. Relay allows the other run to come in, so a 2-out double for Tefner, and East right back in here with 2 big runs.
When you had said, can you get that, 3 and out, he got the first 2 so quick.
Yep.
And they just battled right into it.
So Hefner laced that one into the gap, squirted by the right fielder, and now scored 2 as the relay throw came in and allowed that second run to score. I'll give Tefner 1 RBI. The other scored on botched relay. That's an error. E9 allowed the second run to come in. That'll bring Malik Davis to the plate. Oh, Dragons showing some fight here. That one over to Malik Davis, who reached on an error in the last inning. Anyway, that ball hits the batter.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the few plays where you can make an out, but the batter still gets credit for a base hit. Why? I have no idea why, but it's just one of those rules of the
Because
game.
the ball isn't part of his hit.
Because I guess you can't assume it was going to be an out.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Just outside.
That is not right up there. Ooh, another helicopter.
1 per inning we're averaging. Little bloop. That looks like it's going to get down. Oh, man, you got to score on that with 2 outs. They hold the runner,
That would have
Tefner.
been a tough play.
Yeah. Malik Davis finds a hole.
Yeah, he says
Back to back. Yeah, 3
more
hits
hits.
in the inning.
Well, not that
They're swinging a little bit now, and they have
the bar
first
was-
and third here with 2 outs. That one well placed by Malik Davis. And Herlinger to the plate.
Try and squeeze it.
There's room for that one. Nice hustle, but can't quite get there. Herlinger with new life. Partner, we're gonna have to see some outs here, or I don't know where they're gonna warm up for the next game. I think the next game is scheduled for 4. Is it 4?
4:30.
4? Yeah,
4.
4 o'clock.
Better get those lights on.
There's another drive
That's a
into the
great
gap.
Great hits.
Dragons swinging it here. 3 consecutive hits. No,
3,
4 consecutive hits, I believe.
5.
4 and the one that you said was a hit.
Well, it's 5 hits on mine. You can decide what you want. Thought that was a solid hit. So Gonzalez,
Herlinger
Tefner,
drives in another
Davis,
run,
and
and
Herling
there-
each had hits.
And now Levi Williams. Chance to help out his own cause here. 2 on, 2 out here.
They may hit around the
Top
lineup
of the
as well.
third, 9-5. Big
Ugh.
swing by Williams, and he pops
Right
it
in the
right
sun
up into
again.
the sun. It's in no man's land. Nice play by the shortstop, coming way over to put it out. And that was a nice play. Dylan Hevelin. And a nice job by East to get themselves back in the ball game. After 2.5 innings of play, East puts 3 on the board. It's Kenmore 9 and the Dragons 5.
Team strengths. It's only 24 seconds long. Hey, we're back at it. Hi, Joe. I'm Dave Schick. We're doing baseball here in APS 15. 9-5 your score here at Canal Park. And you want me to do my soundbite now? Shaking your head.
I
and
do.
Not saying anything. Let's see the strengths of the East Dragons.
Can you tell me a little bit about your team's strengths that you bring in for this season that you see so far? Well, they play together, real close as a team. Real young, though. We got 2 freshmen that we normally start, a couple sophomores. Not a lot of experience playing baseball, but you know they're trying hard and trying to come together and bring everything together. So we should be okay.
Wow, we have the soundbite, a base hit.
Ed Pendleton starts off the bottom of the third with a line drive single. Pendleton now 2 for 2 on the day.
Keep moving me over, Joe. You know that?
I guess I got this.
Well, just say
It's
you
not
wanna
because
scoot
I want to be
over.
close to you.
Obviously.
But Coach, you saw Coach mention there in the soundbite, very young, inexperienced. You're going to have days when you have guys, and he mentioned even inexperienced to the game. Not only young players, guys that haven't been playing. There's a bunt attempt. Fielded well, nicely by Williams as he spins and gets the out. will retire Nye. We'll give him a sacrifice to get the runner over, even though I think he was bunting for a hit, but we'll give him a sacrifice. He's retired 1-3. That was a 1 pitch and 1 out for the Dragons.
What?
Yep. That's good. I mean, they're back in. They're only down 4.
It just depends on how this pitching goes this inning, though.
If he starts throwing strikes, you got a shot. Give yourself a chance. That one is over for a strike to Haviland. That one in the dirt. Haviland 1 for 1. He's singled and scored in the second. He's also walked in the first inning. One outside. Williams cam set. He's outside again with that one. 3-1 now.
Started well.
And ball 4.
Ugh. That's not too
As we
bad.
mentioned, and I think we were talking about this a little bit before the game, coming here to this venue, playing on this field, maybe not a big deal to some of the older players that have done it a few times, but such a young team with East too. Could be a little bit, you know, when you come from playing at a community park to this, could be a little bit awestruck, I would think. Strike 1 there, gets back even. That's the thing. I mean, we're in mid-April here, but a lot of these teams, they're only on game 5 or 6. They should have probably twice that many in by now.
Runner goes. Oh, you might get him. Oh.
That one is thrown.
I thought he was going to
High
get him.
and outside. So stolen base for Pendleton, and he scores on the E2.
Well, I thought when he turned he was could get it there. He overthrew it by a ways.
Hey, shot out of there, but the ball came out high and kept sailing. Could somebody let our umpire behind the plate know that he's not getting paid by the hour? Because you got to give one side of the plate. He just gives nothing unless it's right down the middle. No wonder these guys got so many walks. There's a
That's
strikeout,
okay.
though. All right. You can do it.
Say what you want.
Good pitch there by Levi Williams. Umpire proved he could call a strike when we came down to it. It's all right. We can get on a little bit, you know.
No, I can't, Joe.
Yes, I can. I'm making a... Why? Because you're
part
part of the fraternity now? You know, at me as a former coach, it was really hard for me to... I thought about doing some, like, umpiring. I said, that was almost like being on the other team.
I just hate it now because I'll be playing just like pickup. Like, what do you think, Dave? Man, I don't want to get in on this. Just play.
Yeah. I'm not in that role. That's a different role,
I
right?
make a different call when I'm playing because I want to win. I don't have any skin in the game. I don't care. I'm going to make the right call.
Chris Michael, he's taking 3 straight balls.
I was talking to the one guy. He was dribbling high, and he went to take that high dribble and pass it. Well, he just let it go. And then he tried to, hold it, so then I ran up, and he picked it up. I'm like, I have to travel. Thanks for the ball back. He's like, no, I didn't advance the ball. I go, you were back there, and you came up here. That's advancing the ball. No, I didn't advance it. I said, okay. Glad you don't think that.
Stolen base for Haviland there, and Chris Michael walks. So first and third now, 2 outs.
Two outs? Yeah.
2 outs.
Oh, yeah, because of K. Just write that down.
Our scorekeeper's falling asleep too. I got 9-5. What do you got? He's got 9-6. Pickoff move, and they got him in the pickle, and they're going to let the run score, but they're going to tag that runner out. Run does score on the play. Michael goes caught stealing for the 3rd out. But the run comes in before the out, so that scores. So add 2 more for the Cardinals, and after 3 innings of play, it's Kenmore 11, East 5. Top of the 4th inning, and a new pitcher on the bump for the Cardinals is Jake Green. Replaces Pendleton, who went 3 innings and gave up 5 runs. Green pitching up 11-5, and he's going to face Kalen Gregory to start the 3rd.
Oh, we got him.
Got him. We've had a lot of walks, but that's our first HBP. Top of the 4th starts with a base runner. You're getting cold, aren't you?
I am.
Here, come on, let's push.
I got. Well,
Peter's here in
in
t-shirt and shorts.
In between the inning, Peter, I'll put a long sleeve shirt on. Of course, if it gets any warmer, I might fall asleep. Too much walking.
It was like 3 hours ago, wasn't it, partner? Cody Wells at the plate. He's walked and struck out. Top of the order for the Dragons.
No, I was up last night. What did I do last night? Oh, I did laundry and stuff.
Yes.
I made. So my idea was that I was gonna make pies for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So I made 2 strawberry pies.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, my wife's like, I think they look good. I was like, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Wild pitch gets Gregory to second.
She's like, what do you mean we'll see how it goes?
Strawberries are getting there. I mean, a little later this year probably because of the weather, but everywhere. I mean, not that we get strawberries from
I try.
Ohio.
Well, I try and make pies with stuff that's in season. They're
Uh-huh.
or not quite in season per se. I mean, not here, obviously. Oh, that's another one.
Yep, wild pitch to second and third now.
Yeah, that getting hit by the pitch wasn't so bad, huh? You're on third base already.
Yeah.
More running here than we've seen for a while.
2-0 hacking, and that one hit.
Sun too. Is that Wells?
Nice slide, and Wells in safely to second base.
Wait, what inning are we in?
I guess maybe that one was played into a double. We'll give him a double, but I mean it should have been caught.
No, it should have been caught.
But I think he kind of played it.
I wouldn't have helped him on it. Are you giving him a hit?
If you gave the guy a hit on the line drive at the
that
shortstop, you better give the guy a hit there. Wald Smith swings through it.
That one was going away from him.
Yeah, he misplayed it.
Yeah, because there was a sun.
There's no sun in right. There's sun at second base, but there's no sun in right field.
All right, duly noted.
Give me 3 hours with this guy on the show one time, Peter. Oh, I can't wait. Nonetheless, it's 11-6. What are you giving him? You say E9? Hey, take a stand.
I said error.
Bam, E9.
That's what I said.
Wells on second. Again, everybody glad to run the bases today.
I kind of feel like I'm officiating again because someone's yelling at me. He's yelling at me again.
Oh, there's a nice little backdoor curveball.
That's our
First out of the inning,
First
Waldsmith
out.
goes down looking. That'll bring Juwan Gonzalez to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Juwan. Haven't called you Howard yet.
No, yeah,
Oh, there he goes. Big jump.
he's good.
No way.
Yeah, good jump. You're right. Wells slides safely into third.
Oh, I can call it. That is a
Nice
bad
save
pitch.
there by the catcher. Zach Hevlin blocked that one. 1-1 now. Ground ball to short. Let the run come in, but they will get the play. And another positive out for Gonzalez as he drives in another run via the ground out.
Man. Just won't go away.
They won't. 2 outs in the inning. Cut back to a 4-run lead. 11-7. That's 2 games we've done. I think there's been over 50 runs scored combined in those 2 games, but we got a long way to go here.
You could have leaned into that one and get hit. Come on, Dorn.
25th anniversary. How about that?
Still one of my favorite movies.
Well, Bam, we brought the question. Favorite baseball movie? Go.
That's it.
That's it.
I love it. It's
But
just
there's
it's
almost
got-
different genres though. There's the comedy
Yeah.
of the comedy because a lot of people would pick like Bill Durham for the comedy too. But how can you not like
To
Major
me,
League?
it's got a
around
little
here?
bit. It's got that little bit competitive spirit, but it's got some of the comedy in it.
It's got lines
not-
that you still can remember today.
Haven't seen Draft Day though. I'm hoping to do that maybe tonight. I'm hoping.
Haven't seen it yet.
Hoping.
You seen that one yet, Peter?
see
Draft
it?
Day?
No.
No, not yet.
So I told my wife, I was like, hey, I really want to see Draft Day like the Friday it opens. And she's like, yeah.
That didn't happen.
I have a
did
soccer game. Okay, that's a no. How about the Saturday? No, you got a birthday party.
it? You have to
Oh,
go
I-
see Frozen for the 4th
Hey.
time.
She's like, what do you want for Easter? I go, well, I wanted to see Draft Day last weekend. Can we get around to that? Kids are getting frozen for Easter. Every time we watch
The-
Frozen, it freaking snows outside.
The sequel, Supplemental Draft Day.
Yeah.
So how about now? Okay, so you're going with Major League.
Major
How
League
about in
View?
the drama category for baseball movie?
Can I say 42? It's pretty
It's
good.
new. I mean,
liked it.
it's. I saw it.
I
It was
liked it.
good. It was good.
I
Most
liked it a lot.
Disney sports movies are pretty
Yeah.
well done. Also, I mean, they did The Rookie was a good baseball movie. I thought. Field of Dreams. I never loved that one. I mean, of course I saw it. The one I like is the other Costner one, For Love of the Game, where he throws the perfect game. That one's
Yeah,
pretty
that was a
well
good
done.
one. It's under the
And
radar a little bit.
ground out to second by Tefner ends the inning, but East tacks on 2 more and cut the deficit here after 3.5 to 11-7.
This one would have been really painful.
Bottom of the 4th inning,
That's what I would say.
and Dave cracks the jokes. Kenmore Cardinals coming back to bat. It's Coney Brimston.
See, they didn't hear it. See, we were thinking about doing the first game. The first game was quick. Now, if you had to go through this game as your second game,
This is
oh,
not quick.
I think I'd have a very unhappy Joe next to me.
Grouchy.
You would be grouchy.
I would be grouchy.
Like, come on. Bottom of the 4th.
And the score's still not right on the scoreboard. It's almost a joke now. There's an evens up with strike 1. Kenmore batting and leading by 4 here, 11-7.
You're like, isn't it so nice to play at Canal Park? Yeah, they get the score right. For a while there, they did
that one
the,
fouled straight back.
was it last year they did that? They did the numbers on the big screen. They had like the one guy's name wrong, like spelled wrong, and his mom came up here. Hey, you got my son's name wrong up there.
That's probably your fault, though.
How is it my fault?
Everything's your fault, right?
I didn't put his
I'm
name
like,
on
he's
there
an official,
correctly.
guys. Oh. Strike 3 looking. And Williams, dare I say, getting into a little bit of a rhythm here. I said it. Oh, boy.
I'm glad you didn't dare
And
me to say it.
East not out of this
Because you already
ballgame.
said it.
East has walked 13
Roast.
batters, and they're right in this thing.
They're in it,
if they
yeah.
throw some strikes. Darrell Daniels Vaught.
Well, and really, their bat has.
They've
helped
swung
keep
the
it in
bat
there as
much
well.
better than Kenmore. Kenmore just hasn't had to swing it much because they've walked so
What are we
much.
doing? Swing his hat? Oh, come on. All right, I got some stuff to talk about. Let's see here. Strengths of
Kenmore.
the Kenmore Cardinals.
As your season's coming along, can you tell me a little bit about the strengths of your team so far as we get into the middle part of the season?
Well, we've had kind of a disappointing season so far, but we're hoping it's not been a lack of talent, it's been a lack of focus. We'll play 5 good innings and have 1 bad. So it's just a question of getting everybody's mind to stay in the game for 7 innings, and I think we've got enough kids here with the talent to make this to have a better season for finishing out. We're just trying to put it all together.
See? That's what I
Well said by Coach Nauer.
go to my audio clip if this umpire wants to talk about what's on his hat.
Vaught now down in the count.
It's probably boredom because you got to open up the strike zone a little bit.
It would help.
Ooh.
Foul pop back this way. Not going to get here. Nice
Oh, he
play
caught
by
it.
the catcher as he went almost as far as he could go to get there. Dennis Horringer fighting the sun and the screen there. Catches it right in front of it for the second out of the inning. And I shouldn't even think it, but 2 retired in a row. We haven't been close to a 1-2-3 inning today, but here's a chance. Drum roll.
All right, 6 more batters later. Man, I wish I didn't say that.
John Tell Palmer, who is perfect on the day, 3 walks.
The last time I was here to watch last year be an Arrows game, they had not the bounce house, but they had the slide out there.
Mhm.
And my kids did not want to come back to the game. And then the funny thing is so you go up and then you slide down. Well, my son, he was, 1 year old. He climbs up there. He climbs, with help. Then he just gets up there. He doesn't want to slide down. He just wants to jump up there.
Oh,
No, you got to come down. The guy's like, it's fine. You guys are good. Just let him jump up there. He'll come down eventually. All right.
I think they have. Is it Friday night fireworks? We've came a couple
Yeah.
of times. Very, very nicely done here. They do a great job. Our kids, like my daughter, we were right along the first base line about the 3rd row last year, and she chopper was hit to the first base coach from I think they were playing Altoona that day, and he flipped it into the stands. She caught it at 9, got her first foul ball. Most people don't ever get one. Like, nice. And she caught it. She's like, it's not like somebody dropped it and it just like fell in her lap. She actually caught it. 3-1 now on Palmer.
Sure you've given her some good tips, Joe.
Of course. Strike 2.
Full count. He's trying to make you
Yeah, Williams
look
is
good, Joe.
Make me a believer here. I'll tell you what, if he can get them back into hit, they got a shot here. They're only down 4. Left-hander fires, and he does the job. Nice job by Levi Williams. 1-2-3 inning.
Oh.
Kenmore goes down in order in the 4th, and after 4 complete, it's Kenmore 11, East 7. And welcome back here, top of the 5th inning. Jake Green on his 2nd inning of relief. Will face 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the Dragon order. Malik Davis, Harrison Herlinger, and Levi Williams due up. Just cut out there, or was that you?
No, I cut out a little bit.
Okay.
It's the ghost of Canal Park. Dun, dun, dun.
You trying to get the climate control right in here?
Yeah.
Evens the count at 1-1. Fastball over.
Oh, wait, I got to change this. Why I used to have 2 clipboards. I could put one on each one.
I got one right here. Swung through for strike 2.
I know, Joe. I know.
Oh, man.
I know one's right there. It's me.
Oh,
Hey.
he wanted that a look just off the plate.
Yeah.
Davis with the eagle eye there. Green trying to settle in here and find the strike zone.
That is not it.
That one way outside. Runs it to a full count. Malik Davis on the day has 1 for 2.
Oh, great hit.
Loop single, and that one he kind of does again. A little flare into center field there. Perfectly placed by Davis. 2 for 3 now for Malik, and that leadoff runner on again.
Have you seen, what, 3 helicopter landings and coming back? Yeah. Those, as far as I know, those aren't exactly cheap to fly around.
No.
Seems like a lot of traffic.
Ground ball to third. They get the
Ooh.
force at second. Not hit enough to
Yeah.
get anything else, but they do cut down Davis on the fielder's choice. 5-4 on that for the first out. Williams to the plate. Had a good inning on the hill. 2 strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning. He lines it up the middle, but well played, and that's going to be a double play. I called it early, didn't I? 6-3 double play as the shortstop shading up the middle. And, oh, my goodness. That makes
Back
it
to
2
back,
1-2-3
yeah.
innings. Still unconventional, but a nice job by Green. And still 11-7 Kenmore back to hit in the bottom of the 5th. Joe Pacansky, Dave Schick here with you. And Kenmore on top, 11-7, and Jake Green going to lead off. Dave Schick's got some sound for us.
I do.
Are you ready, or should I fill?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Just talking about what their weaknesses are for the Cardinals.
Tell me a little bit about the struggles you've had so far. You talked a little bit on the strengths, but what are kind of the weaknesses you see with this team that you've had so far that you're trying to improve upon?
Well, we've got some players on the team this year that haven't had the experience. We didn't have quite the turnout at Kenmore this year that we've had in past years, and the players, we don't even have a JV squad this year. So a couple of these players that probably should have another year of seasoning are getting thrown into the mix as varsity players, and it's just a question of educating them and getting them coached up a little bit. But we're working on it, and again, it's trying to get them up to the level of the older kids. So we're hoping we're making the right steps in the right direction, but what they do on the field is kind of up to them. I can't play for them.
There you go.
Yeah, well said again.
Insight.
We're in when you got to press some young kids who would serve better on a JV squad, getting that experience. But when you have to press them into varsity action, sometimes the results aren't nearly as clean. You run into days like this. Where you kick the ball around or you can't throw strikes. And credit to both teams for battling, especially East, because they could have went away here. But this is a big inning for Kenmore, a chance to extend this lead again. Green, leadoff walk. Both teams have had their leadoff batters on in every inning but one. And that's a recipe for a lot of runs to be scored. One and 0 on Pendleton. 2 for 2 on the day. Couple of stolen bases. Couple of runs scored for Pendleton.
Hey, you know what I should do? Read some spots.
Yeah, you probably should. Man, that outside corner non-existent today, Dave.
Sorry, Ryan.
Ball outside. How many times have we seen that?
A lot.
A few.
A few.
1,000. Williams, after that last good inning here, struggling to find the zone here. Does there with the fastball. 2-1 on Pendleton. Looked like he was taken all the way there. He picks him off. Oh, he had him too, but the ball dropped by the first baseman.
He kind of bumped him a little bit too. Probably could have gone for 2.
That'll go E3. That ball should have been caught.
If he,
I think you tried to put the tag on him too quick, Dave. I think he had him leaning there. Good lefty move, and he catches that ball and puts the tag on him. I think Green is out. Because Green was so full that he didn't even go back diving. He tried to go back standing up.
oh.
And those are the kind of things that when a team's going well or a good team, they make that play and they kind of bail themselves out of those tough situations. When you're struggling, things aren't going your way, you got to play where you should make it out, and it leads to the guy getting in scoring position when he should be sitting in the dugout. Second walk of the inning.
Yes, that's Joe counting the walks. For those of you at home that can't see him.
How many you want to guess?
12.
Higher.
14.
Higher.
18.
15 walks by East pitching. That's what I got. Partly aided by the Major League umpire. Sir, just because you're working at Canal Park doesn't mean you're actually doing a professional game. So I know the strike zone's supposed to be the same, but come on, Dave.
Are you asking me to break a rule?
I'm asking him to give a corner.
Rules are rules, Joe.
Thank you, sir. 1-1 now on Nye. And I'm a hit. Hey, I was a hitter. I didn't like a really big. I just like a consistent zone, even if it's big. You know you got to swing. You got to swing.
Well, this one you know you don't have to swing.
Yeah. You should wait for a perfect pitch. Makes for a long day of baseball and a lot of base runners.
It's a good thing.
But then again, I mean, not to, I don't ever like to take the side of the umpires, but guys haven't been like right around the plate either. When you're right around the plate, you seemingly get more of those calls. Not the case today, because guys have been in, out, up, down, all over the place. 1-2 now. That one's high. On Nye. That rhymed.
I bet you everybody knew that. You didn't have to tell them.
Nah. I don't think my youngest would have known that.
Dr. Seuss over here. Full count now. No outs. 2 on.
Will they put the
Story of
runners
the
in
game.
motion here? I mean, it
Why
is.
not? Can't get both of them.
Here's a nice pitch. Strike 3 looking on the inside corner. That's a big first out for Williams. Be a ground ball away here from getting out of this inning. Keeping it right here. 11-7, still within striking distance for the Dragons.
A decent base hit, you can get much closer to coming back. Which I didn't think it was going to be possible after the big inning. 8 runs.
Yeah. Runners in motion. They got to play at third. He's going to be out. Caught stealing. Second out of the inning. Nice throw and pop out of there by catcher Dennis Horinger. And now after 2 walks, Williams has a chance to get out of here with no damage done. Capacity crowd is rolling in here for game 3. Ball low. That one over the plate for a strike. Bottom of the 5th inning, Kenmore up 11-7. Zach Hevelin at the plate. He's 1 for 1. Driven in a couple runs, scored a couple runs, and has a couple stolen bases. And he gets on again. Continues his perfect on-base percentage day. That'll bring Dylan Haviland up to the plate. And if you're the Dragons, you got to go with the mindset, we got to make Kenmore hit. Really one big hit in the ball game for the Cardinals. They have 4 hits as a team, and that's it. But the one big hit was by Jake Green. It drove in 3 runs. Other than that, they've done their damage on walks and wild pitches. That one swung through as well.
Seated attendance, over under 50 people.
Counting as of right now.
Not counting the team, no. Over?
No. Strike 3. And Williams, after 2 leadoff walks, bears down and gets out of the inning with no harm done. No runs, no hits, but 2 left on. And after 5 complete, it's Kenmore 11, the Dragons 7. Back to action here in the top of the 6th inning. Gregory, Wells, and Waldsmith due up for the Dragons. First pitch outside. You ready for sound now, or you want to wait?
I'm ready.
You have some sound from what weaknesses from our Dragons?
Weaknesses of the Dragons.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about the struggles you've had this season, what you see, what kind of your weaknesses on your baseball team?
Well, definitely experience. We got guys that haven't played baseball since they were 7 or 8 years old. A couple people have never played at all. But we're trying to rebuild a program here at East, and trying to get things going. We have a second year of having a full JV squad, which we didn't have before that for about 5 or 6 years. So it's basic building, groundwork, grassroots type stuff, teaching, repetition, all that, everything. So it's been slow, but hopefully everybody's having fun and learning about baseball and trying to get something going.
There you go. See?
Yep. It is tough to try to rebuild a grassroots effort to rebuild a program, and that's what they're trying to do. Really, in both these places. I mean, Kenmore's traditionally had more numbers, but they're fighting the numbers battle too right now. That one swung and missed by Gregory. Tagged out for strike 3. First out of the inning. Green seems to be settling in quite well now. Both of these teams, both mentioned experience as a weakness.
Yeah.
And certainly both looking for their first win. That would give them a great amount of confidence here today. Green gets ahead with a strike.
And he said even, just being the second year you've had JV, you won't really see the benefit of that for probably till next year or the year after that. Guys playing JV and kind of getting that experience.
Yeah. really a tough sport to go away from and not play for a while and come back to. And that's what we have some of these guys doing. Some of them never played before. It's really hitting a baseball is a tough skill. And even as we can see throwing strikes, fielding, as we see a nice play there, a lot of ground covered by the center fielder, Darrell Daniels-Vaught, and 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, ran real well into the ball, made the catch, and made the highlight.
And that'll bring up Matt Waldsmith to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
So what do you think our seated attendance is?
Did you count already?
Yeah, I did.
I think it's under.
It's over. 81 people.
Yeah, that's
Seated
good.
attendance.
That's good.
Not including the teams that just arrived. Garfield and Elliott. Hey, that's coming
Right back at us. Right back in your living room.
I'll close this window.
I will mention that Michael Bevan here from the Beacon Journal today, giving us some info. He was here for Game 1, and in the first game, a little bit more of a pitcher's duel. 3-1, Firestone held on against Buchtel here in the first game of the triple header today. A game in which, not like this game, there were several 1, 2, 3 innings. Kept the timing good, but this one's going to put us a little bit behind schedule. Curveball behind him. That one didn't have any break to it. Run the count even. 2-2 just misses off the outside. Runs the count full to Matt Waldsmith. He misses with that one. Now runs the count full to Matt Waldsmith. I apologize. It was 2-2. One pitch was fouled off. And he walks him.
Hey. He can't be unhappy with that. Waldsmith started behind the count, and now you get to take your base.
Fought his way will bring Juwan Gonzalez to the plate. Juwan 1 for 2. 1 for 3 with a couple of ribbies.
I think he's got the best helmet.
You like that?
You
like the two-tone?
Best helmet award. It's not really an award, I'm just making it up.
Might put him in line for the career education player of the game.
No, he's got the career education helmet award.
He might want to be the player of the game too. Now 2 for 4 with two ribbies in the game. Nice job going the other way by Gonzalez. After 2 outs, 2 straight on base here, and Horinger comes up trying to cut into this lead.
So, Joe, when you played, you didn't bring your own bat, did you, to the games?
I didn't. You know, times have changed. Everyone has their own bat now. Indoor, it's become more of a money sport. Indoor lessons, fouled off to the third base. I had glove and spikes. No batting gloves. Helmets, team helmets. Bats, even in high school, team bats. And then in college, I was lucky enough to play at a level where we got our own bats. We'd have a contract with Easton or Louisville Slugger, whoever it would be. And we got our own bats in college. Fouled off again, off to the right side. 0-2 quickly on Horinger.
Did you give that back when you left, or you took that?
No, you got to keep the bats. I had a great bat my senior year. My senior year of college, I had a great bat. It lasted the whole year, and I think it was the last weekend. I'm not sure it was the last game. The last weekend, somebody else was using the BP and broke it. And these are aluminum bats. They were so light they shatter too once in a while, especially in cold weather. Great play by the catcher. Great attempt as it gets away. Wild pitch brings 2 more in scoring position. Green tried to throw a curveball there, just held on to it a little bit too long.
So if you cracked your bat in the middle of the season,
You get another one.
oh, you get another one.
Yeah.
So did you get another one?
It was right at the end of the season, so I didn't get another one. I used somebody else's. If you cracked it early enough in the season, you get another one. Ooh. Man, threw it right where he was set up. Maybe set up a little bit off the plate. 2-2. I will say he's been consistent. He hasn't given that pitch all day.
That's the
Right?
that's the only nice thing you've said, yeah. Well, you're consistently bad.
But there's a good pitch for strike 3 and a big out there as he leaves 2 in scoring position. And East comes up empty here for the second straight inning, trying to cut back into that lead after 5.5. It's still Kenmore 11 and East 7.
That's not Cleveland.
Back to action here in the bottom of the 6th. Chris Michael, Cody Brimston, and Dorrell Daniels-Vaught due up.
That's another thing I got to get with Joe. See, I don't do well with Ohio State fans that didn't go to Ohio State. I mean, you can be like a fan, but not like the people that put the blow-ups in their front
So
yard.
I'm okay because I went there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
Even though I
grandfather did.
didn't graduate from there, but
Well, you paid him money to go there. So
yeah,
why
I
did
gave
you?
him a couple years.
But I have some friends that they didn't.
But I don't put blow-ups in my yard either.
Like they have the big Ohio State stuff and the stuff in their front yard. Like, you didn't even go
I mean,
there.
I may be wearing Ohio State stuff right now, so I'm kind of feeling kind of self-conscious like you're talking about me.
Because I am talking about Joe. But
But having
I think I have like 2 Ohio State shirts. That's it. I don't have lots of gear. So
walk on 4 pitches,
not like
walk
this.
16th walk. If they can walk this many people and win a game, it would almost be, I mean, not a miracle, but close to. I mean, it would be some kind of achievement. Because usually when you walk 16, you're getting beat 15-1. I mean, you're
Right around the Easter season, maybe not the miracle we're looking for.
no, not quite. Yeah,
Well, you walk 16, you still won. Wow.
who was your
An
pitcher?
Easter
What was your pitcher's
miracle.
name? That one knocked down at first as Williams throws over. Here's something I was thinking of before the game.
Oh.
Well, we got all the Cleveland sports. It's kind of a basketball wrapping up. Baseball has started, and the draft, which kind of dominates the sport talk conversations.
To nauseam, yes.
Okay, I guess
Which by the time this goes on air, we should have already had.
because we could talk about all the teams individually. But first of all, who do you want the Browns to draft with that 4th pick? You said you're a Browns diehard. You have your orange on today.
I do.
Yeah, that's valid.
I like Mac, but I could be talked into Manziel.
You could be talked into him.
Yeah,
So, what if they're both there?
I would probably take Mac if they're both there. I don't want Watkins.
You're
at
going
4.
with a safe pick. You
So
think you think Mac is a safe pick? Then is that what?
If Clowney or Mac are there, I would take them over.
I don't think
a quarterback.
there's any way Clowney's there.
Well, that's what you asked for a scenario. That's
I've heard
If
heard
both-
things
if-
where
if-
all 3 quarterbacks could be there.
If one of those guys is there, I think you take him. If they aren't there,
So you
then
put
I like
Mac
Manziel.
Mac's higher on your board right
now
now.
if Manziel isn't there and Clowney isn't there and Mac isn't there, then we're just hosed as we normally are, which is probably what's going to happen. And then you got to pick. Man, I don't know who I pick then. I guess I'd.
So if Mac is there at 4, what about Sammy Watkins? Some people either love him or they say that's a no way.
I'm okay. I mean, I could see. I think you can get another receiver at 26 if you really want a receiver. I like Evans a little better too. You already got a speed guy in Gordon. You need another big target. It's kind of.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, they could go 100 different ways, really.
David Carr at 4 is.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, please no.
26. Okay. All right, you want to use 26. Good luck with Brandon Whedon 2.0, but
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of.
I didn't like the Brandon Whedon pick either.
I thought they could have got him in the
There was
second
a-
round and
there was
not
like
have to
a-
move up for him, give up draft pick.
Oh,
But
who was it? He was like a. I don't think he's playing anyway. But
Okay, since you're a Cleveland
What
sports
about
fan,
you?
how worried are you
You
them
gotta
picking
answer.
4? Because they're the Cavs drafts at 4 certainly. Have they been? I don't know.
you have to
There's
answer.
the next team to talk about.
Who are you gonna draft?
Get a direction.
I
What are
gotta
you
get
going to
your
do
side.
what are you going to do if you're Dan Gilbert in the offseason? First of all, do they extend Kyrie Irving?
If you can get one of the top 3 picks for Irving, you try and do it.
So you don't extend him.
Well,
Well, you still would extend him
you
because in
offer
the
the-
NBA it would be a sign and trade.
Yeah, you
because-
offer the extension and hope he takes it, and then see if you can get one of the top 3.
Do you want him to take it?
Well, you can't let him leave for nothing, so you got to get something for him. So you got to offer the extension. No one's going to take him unless he's signed to an extension.
Likelihood of Dang or Hawes being back.
Hawes, I think there's a higher likelihood that Dang comes back and Hawes doesn't.
I
Because
don't
big
think
men
there's any way
always
Dang's back.
always get overpaid, and Dang's going to look at all these teams and say, "Well, I can make about $6 more million if I stay in Cleveland,"
And suddenly
and they'll pay him for it.
Williams cannot find the strike zone as he's walked the first 3.
I should probably.
Okay. Out of
What
out
about-
of all
Can
of
you
the,
answer your side of the who are you taking in the draft? You didn't answer your side.
who am I taking in the
I'm
draft?
just answering all these questions. You can send your hate mail
I don't
to
mind.
Dave
I don't
Schick
mind
at
Mac.
APS
I don't
50.
mind him taking a tackle even.
No, freaking tackle.
I love Manziel, but I mean I don't know if he'd make a good pro, but he'd be worth it. He'd be nice to cover. I mean nice to watch. But see, if you take a quarterback 4, I think you got to play him, and I don't think you necessarily have to play a quarterback this year. You can see what you have, and with what you have, you can always go get a quarterback. Because none of these guys are Andrew Luck, or they're not a no doubt number 1.
Yeah, but
But I know you need a quarterback too.
no,
I know.
no, I'm not. They say, well, he's not Andrew Luck. Well, there wasn't an Andrew Luck before Andrew Luck till there's Peyton Manning. I mean, they just don't come out all the time, and you have
No,
to
they
have
don't.
you have to have the first pick to get him. I
Sure.
think he's. Do you think he was better or worse than RG3 when he came out of college?
Who?
Manziel. They were both undersized, both scrambled a lot, and you wanted to trade 3 number 1s for RG3.
That's true, and you wouldn't have to do that this time.
That's my argument. Everybody wanted RG3. Oh, we didn't get that guy. Well, you can get him at 4 now. He's got a little less of a tan, but he's the same thing.
Finally, a strike. As the strike zone has left. Levi Williams here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think I'm deleting our entire football season of interviews.
3-1, and they might have to go to the pen again. We said we might get to 20 walks, and we are at 18 right now.
Over under 20 walks.
He loves playing over under. I would say
21 walks. Let's do 21 walks. Because this
no,
one's gonna
please.
be
We're at 19,
We're
so
at
I'm gonna
21. Oh boy.
Well, Palmer walks for the 4th time tonight. He gets an RBI as well on that.
Yay! I got something for nothing.
Michael comes in to score,
Really should look
and
at
you
it.
just can't. Okay, best.
Have you answered any of your own questions yet?
Fine, I'll take Sammy Watkins.
That's a crappy pick. Okay.
That's a
continue on.
great pick. Because I'm going to pair him with Ben Tate, who was a great signing if he stays healthy, which is always a.
That's a big if in Cleveland. 'Cause you
And
can get a staph infection walking through the
I
hallway.
I went through Brian Robisky and Mohamed Massaquoi,
Omas.
Chancey Stuckey. Get a receiving core because then you can then your quarterback's going to look good. Josh Gordon's going to get double teamed. You bring in another. Yes, they got
He's gonna have a down
Burleson.
year.
They got
Burleson's garbage.
Andrew Hawkins. Fine, but he's not
Sorry.
going to catch 100 passes.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins has a chance. Do you think he's going to be a complete bust? No, he's got a chance to be on the upside to be Calvin Johnson. So if he's anywhere close to that,
On the upside.
as they go to as they go to the bullpen here. And I think it's finally, I called it in the second inning. Is that Walt Smith coming into pitch? Bam, I said they should have put him in the second. If these guys have been listening to me, we'd be eating dinner right now. Okay. So I have no problems with Manziel. I don't think they can go wrong. Yeah, they could. They could go wrong.
Yeah, they could go wrong.
They could go Blake Bortles, who might end up being the best quarterback of all of them. But
oh yeah. And I'm not a fan of Bortles.
Well, he's got the best NFL body, but Ryan Leaf had a great NFL body.
If Bridgewater's, let's say you skip quarterback at 4, Bridgewater's available at 26.
Well, if they love Carr as much as the smokescreen is delivering, then you go get. And they're not talking about Mac at all, which might mean against Ohio State, I thought this is hard to do. I thought he was the best player on the field.
Yeah.
And he's playing for Buffalo.
Exactly.
Walt Smith comes in and delivers a strike one.
What?
Yes. Jake Green up. Green is 1 for 3 on the day. Has driven in 3 runs. Chance to drive in more, and he'll line out, and they're not tagging on the play. They're doubled off, too. So 2 pitches and an out. Bad base running there at second base. Palmer doubled off for the second out. And then they didn't tag at third either, which that might not have been deep enough to tag on. But that's what you do coming in the pen, and now it's up to Dan Pendleton. They roll into second there, easy. (12-7) your score. Kenmore with runners on second and third now.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah. Best Cleveland owner.
Best Cleveland owner. You know, I'm gonna go with
out 6-3.
6-3.
And it could have been a huge inning, but Waldsmith comes in and gets out of trouble here. They only give up 1, and last chance time for the Dragons as they trail 12-7 entering the 7th. Back to action here in the top of the 7th. Dragons with one last effort here at the plate. They're hanging in this thing 12-7, even though they've walked 20 batters today, Dave. 20.
Over under.
Bam. Never would have guessed before the game.
You've lost.
And they still have a chance to win. That's going to be trouble. Tried to barehand it, and you know what? You got to know your runner. Didn't have to barehand it there. Going to give Tefner a hit on that one, partner?
No.
No.
Yeah.
He could have gloved it.
Yeah.
Carlos Santana did the exact same thing in the Indians game last night. Tried to barehand it. Was tougher play. Tried to barehand it. Probably could have gloved it and maybe had time. Would have been bang, bang. But they gave that hitter a hit. I think the scoreboard's correct now, so should we ask him? I'm just kidding. So Tefner aboard. East leadoff runner on in 6 out of 7 innings. And Malik Davis, 2 for 3 on the day, comes to the plate. So best owner, back to you. Go ahead.
I'm going to pick the Dolans, actually.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. That's...
Hey, who's hired?
Devin, do you agree with that one? Best Cleveland owner.
Best Cleveland
owner. He said the Dolans. We're never going to win it. No.
Well,
you can say Gilbert because he pulls punches.
He pulls punches. He spends money, but
You
has he
could say
won?
Haslam because he hasn't been indicted, and he got rid of those. That was my
Yeah.
next question.
Well,
Who's the
this
closest to winning a
is what I
championship?
like. They hired a great manager
There's not even ask
recruits,
that question because that's a no doubter. Who's got the best coach?
who recruits good people, gets the most out of his players. You know, they take care of their fans.
Even though
they spent some decent money, and they gave some results.
we
The
know
Cavs did all this
Yeah.
all this building. They haven't given you any results.
No.
The Browns,
no direction either.
they've just turned stuff over and made themselves look silly.
Strike
The
three
Indians have
looking,
never looked silly. They've traded Cy Young winning pitchers and still
which stinks, but that's kind of where the game
but
works.
they still didn't look silly doing it. They got good players from it. And they get good players for
They got Matt Laporta for CC.
Sinji Chu, you know.
Sorry, Matt. Wherever you are, I know it's not in the major leagues. He had injuries. Foul ball bounces into the seats. Yeah, they got Brantley in that trade. I mean, I remember way back. Look who they got in that Bartolo to Cologne trade way back. They got Cliff Lee, Brandon Phillips, and Sizemore. That's got to be one of the best trades of all time. Yeah. So they've made good moves. I mean, Carlos Santana they got for Casey Blake, and Casey
Yeah.
Blake was a good Indian.
Yeah.
But Carlos Santana is your cleanup hitter, replaced Victor Martinez essentially.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you can complain they don't spend money, but they put good people in place, and so far, Mike Brown not very good in place. Chris Grant, I thought, got the short end of the stick. I thought he made some pretty good moves, but he drafted.
Did he draft well or did he draft terrible? I don't know.
thought he drafted well, but he just didn't draft pieces that fit together.
I mean, you
if
can
all
say,
the pieces separately are good pieces.
yeah, and Kyrie
they
was a
don't go
no doubt.
together.
He was a no
Kyrie,
doubt number
yeah.
one pick in a horrible draft. I mean, that's a no doubt. But your four
Deion-
picks.
Deion's a
Deion
good
was a
pick,
huge reach.
But he doesn't fit with Kyrie.
Does he not fit that
Yeah.
system? Tristan Thompson's turning
Same
out to
thing
be a
with-
decent player, but does
I think
Do they help
Anthony
you win?
Bennett will be okay too, but he just doesn't fit with what it's like. None of these
Yep.
pieces fit at all. Joe already called an E6 under his breath.
yeah, I caught E6 on that one. Gave him a hit on the other one, but not that one.
Oh, I gave him an error on that one.
Oh, you're rough now. Goes to the 3-hour mark. Dave gets grumpy. Gilbert, as an owner, he pulls
I
the
like him,
trigger.
yeah.
He pulls the trigger. They just
See, they like sign that guy for like the end of the year just so his like salary's totally dumpable next year. It's non-guaranteed.
Mhm.
He got paid as much per game as LeBron did
Oh my gosh.
because all of his salary was back-ended for the last like 10 games or something. But they did it so he has all of his money up front. So next year they can just be like, hey, we'll add this guy in and you can just cut him. AKA Andrew Bynum.
And they're so young. And I understand buying them. That was worth. That was worth it.
That was a great move.
It was worth it to
Have him give you a cancer.
risk versus reward. I mean, it didn't work out, but
it was worth giving.
The same thing with the Indians did with
you.
Ubaldo Jimenez. People
Yeah.
didn't like that deal, but
It
it was
worked
a
out.
risk. It was a risky move, and it took a while to work, but it worked last year, and then you lose him. But
They've done nothing. Yeah.
Pomeranz is pitching in the bullpen, but White hasn't been able to get back to the major leagues. So that's a if that's down, we could have some trouble. Oh, what a play by Vaught as he lays out in left center field. Definitely the defensive play of the game in a big situation as he robs Williams for the second out of the inning.
He's had 2 good catches there in center field. 2 really good catches.
He has.
Yeah, one in the 6th inning too. That's what I would say. I mean, I like the other guys for different reasons, but
Mm-hmm.
I like when you make smart moves and you win some games.
Yeah, I mean, I think my confidence pick is highest with the Indians because of Francona.
Yeah.
And they say in baseball, manager doesn't make as big of a difference, but over a 162 game season, and I even like what they did. And I'm not I don't think Nick Swisher's a $14 million a year player, but for what he does off the field, it works. Nice try by the catcher as Gregory fouls it off to even the count at 1-1. And I mean, even Michael Bourne, has he been a great player for the Indians? No, but they got him. He was a value pick for what they got him for. Now, I look at him now, and I'm like, maybe he's overpaid, and he hasn't been healthy. But he's a guy that can change the game with it. And he was in a new league last year. But I love what they've done. They've re-upped who I think is the core of their team. Kipnis, Gomes, and Brantley, the three guys who I think are really the core of their team. Of course, the face right now is Swisher, and he's their big signing too. But
it's a nice transition. You have him for a couple more years, and then you have the rest of the guys.
And they're not off to a good start, but you don't look at the standings in baseball until June. Really, unless you get 15 games out.
So what would you do with Masterson?
Try to sign him, but you can't pay him $15 million a year either.
Well, that means you're never signing him.
Gregory walks. You maybe overpay a little bit to sign him. I think they might try to get somebody middle of the year too. And Bauer's not far away. Bauer's
that was a great pickup.
Bauer's going to be a key component this year. Partner, the tying runs in the on-deck circle. So what a huge play by Vaught in center field because
check your math,
top
buddy.
of the order. And that one's in the air, and that could do it. Sees it and squeezes it. Ball game as Wells flies out to end it. And the Dragons threaten here in the 7th inning, but they leave the bases loaded, and pitching just didn't allow them a chance to win this one tonight as Kenmore, via a couple clutch hits and good defense in the free pass, wins this one against the Dragons 12-7.
Want to let you know that City Series Baseball right here in APS 15 supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, the City Series Player of the Game is by Akron Public School Career Education, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, visit apscareers.com. Our Career Education Player of the Game is...
You're asking me to pick?
Well, I already have Juan Gonzalez as the helmet helmet player.
Well, they didn't win the game. Well, for the Cardinals, by process of elimination, let's go with Jake Green. Gets the win on the mound. Double, 3 RBIs. They only had 4 hits in the game, partner, but he had 3 runs batted in. We'll give it to Jake Green. The win on the hill in a game where pitchers certainly struggled, and really where their best friend was the base on ball. The line score for the Cardinals, they finished with 12 runs on 4 hits. They used those hits wisely. The Dragons pounded out 10 hits today, but they only had 7 runs. And congratulations to the Kenmore Cardinals, their first win of the year. And let's thank everyone for making this possible. For Ryan Dumont and for Peter George, Dave Schick, and Read the Beacon Journal, Michael Bevan here to our left. We thank you, and we'll see you next time.